Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to the Techno Innovation Hub. So it's going to be the 14th session on achieving greater career heights. Let me share the screen. Yeah, actually, we have been doing this explanation on this slide, and yeah, so we were talking about the business domains and all, and we just started the next step on academic career. Actually, just to add on about business domain now, if you want further now, just to see, just to add some details on the business domains, right? For medical side, right? For example, if I go here and we have something called this. This is one of the RACGP, right? 5 domains for general practice, right? So this is from Australian, I think. So if I can check the about and see where are from them, right? About us, about RACGP. Yeah, RA health profession, healthy profession, healthy Australia. Yeah. So actually, what they are telling, so you can see a comprehensive, robust framework. 5 domains of general practice represent the critical areas of knowledge, skills, and attitudes are necessary for competent, unsupervised general practice. They are relevant every general patient consultant, right? So they are talking about these 5 domains. So this is especially for biology, medical side, right? So you can go to that one as well, right? And again, if you want for engineering side, actually, I didn't specify anything on engineering side for them. Of course, I'm just adding to the previous explanation. You can do your own research, but yeah, in the engineering side, if I go here, let me go back. Yeah, yes, I think there this one. So on the engineering side, this is I'm an engineering, right? So we have yes, on the engineering. So and if you go for let's say for architecture, right? Architecture stream on engineering. So if I click here, you can see if you go down again, these license and certification, right? Under that, this domain is coming in the business domain, right? Mm, yes, consultation, certification, and license. You can see there's something called National Council. You know these things. The mathematics, especially the engineering students, they should know these things. National Council for Architecture Registration book. Right? If I click here, right, it will take you to the requirements you should register here, right? So you can NC NCARB, right, and you can check there. What they're telling is, you can see individuals working specializations are need to complete more focused examination like the landscape architecture registration examination, right? The National Council for Architecture Registration Board in CARB, right? So just look at for that one as well. And not only that, you have more, right? Professionals can pursue certifications related to their career, drafters, example, and certification, American Design and Drafting Association, right? You can see this is for architecture, right? Likewise, just go through it and AGDA, right? Professional certifications, right? And the business domain also comes there, right? And again, for let's say for commerce students, and again, it's pretty much important for maths as well. The business mathematics, right? You know that, right? So business mathematics is equally important for business econ specialists and commerce students as well as mathematical students as well, both, right? All right. So this is what the next is. Next in academic career, we have postgraduate. Now you have done your degree program in academic. No, we went into here in between, right? So what it tells, without directly telling what it tells, after your graduation, spend minimum of 3 years in the industry. Minimum of 3 years. 5 years is much better. Don't just start postgraduate. There's no point at all. There's no point. Because now in degree program, mostly what we are doing is projects and assignments, right? When it's come to postgraduate, you are looking for a research, right? Research in a sense, these are going to be applied research, not pure researchers, right? Applied means you study existing work and you are adding to the existing knowledge. That's what applied, right? There is some research being done on a particular area, right? Particular field, right? You are studying the existing work, literature is reviewed, right? And you are adding to that. That is what applied research is. Right? So in postgraduate, you are doing most of those things, right? Dissertation kind of a thing, right? Dissertation, even in masters as well. So to do that, you need to have industry knowledge. Otherwise, right after the graduation, you know nothing about industry, very zero, right? You may think that you know because you have worked in the intern programs and you are getting to industry and work for a certain time, but that's not enough. That is not enough. So first get the experience minimum at least 3 years. 5 years is the best. After that, start your postgraduate or master study. So that's one, right? Okay, so this is about in the meantime, while you're getting here, you have to keep on filling up your professional qualifications. And you have to, and we know that T-shaped, U-shaped resources. So we are talking about resource building, T-shaped resources, U-shaped resources, right? So you need to add on your qualifications. Better to have 3 qualifications with the time, right? So by this time you are having the third qualification, you may be having 8 years of industry experience. That's fine. That's okay. So within 10 years, try to achieve 3 industry professional certifications. Right? All right. So, and postgraduate, then this is a business domain. So that's what I mentioned. With the time, the domain expertise also should go. If you are having more than 5 years experience in industry, it's time to build the second domain expertise as well. Right. Now in IT, if you are the banking expertise, if you have done the banking exams and all, so it's time to look at about apparel sector or telco sector likewise. And then the postgraduate, after that, yes, you have postgraduate, then comes the master's, right? Of course, you can do these two together, right? Your master's degree, right? You can do a business administration, MBA or MSc, kind of, there are a lot of things. And again, you go back to previous sites, the website that I was talking, they have, right, best colleges, right? And again, you have to do the same research. So I'm not repeating it, right? Whenever you start a next ladder in your academic career or whatever career, do the latest industry research first. Don't just go just somebody's telling. Don't just go and start a professional certification because of somebody's telling. He may be experienced person, but you do your self-study, right? So do the research. Enough of internet access is there, enough of resources are there in internet, not like old days. No need to go for libraries and search for those things. Just Google it, right? It don't take much time and do your research, right? Do your research. At least for 1 to 2 weeks study you do there and you get to your own outcome. Plus you compare what the expertise also telling in the industry. If your coach, if you have a mentor, right? If the mentor is telling you to do this, okay, fine, but yet you need to do your own research, right? Then compare what the mentor says, and if you want, you can discuss with your mentor again with the expertise on the industry. Then you finalize and come back and start your professional qualifications. So again, whatever your postgraduate studies, you have to do the research first. That's what I'm telling, right? Okay, then masters. So in masters, I mentioned the outcome will be the dissertation. That will be a final project. So again, it's going to be research, applied research, right? Because in masters, so you need to again in your final project, you need to get your research topic, right? Better to always be a topic which is relevant means a demanding topic in the industry, right? Because your dissertation matters, right? Because that's your ultimate knowledge is there, right? Whatever you have learned in your masters, your theories and whatever the rest of it, you had applied there for your dissertation. If it is an implementation project, then again, you need to do some practical aspect as well, right? If it is only designing, yet again, you need to come to a conceptual models and all, right? Hypothesis, define a lot of things are there. So narrow down your topic first, focus it, right, and get a best topic from the industry, right, as per the demand, as per the current demand. So that is on dissertation. So having done that, finally, you can think about doing your PhD or Doctor of Philosophy, right? And this is not a must actually, but it depends. So if you are, let's say, if you are a university affiliated person, like a lecturer, kind of holding a total job role which related to academy, is fine. You can go ahead with continuing in academic side and go for doctorate and beyond that and professor and likewise. It's okay. But if you are heading on this side, right? If you are heading on this side, once you hit here in your academic career, that means your academic career, now you are having a master's, right? So best is to build your expertise here in the industry. That is what. So that is your demand is not on the total academic side. But if you are having mastered this side properly and you are already done there, if you can think about doctorate, that doesn't matter. Always this is adding a value, right? It will change your way of thinking, and I mean, when the approach for a problem, how you resolve it, your analytical thinking, everything matters, right? Because your intelligence, right? You know, I mean, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, you need to have a well-disciplined, well-educated, well-intelligent, right? That is what where your perfect person is, right? A perfect person must have well-educated person, a well-disciplined person, and intelligence. That has to be there. All has to be there, right? So everything has to be balanced for you, right? Then only you can make the right view, right approach, right decision making. That will make you a better leader, right? Level 5 leadership concept, right? Okay. So that's what. So that is that, and you have professional qualification 3, business domain. So it continues. Right. So I hope you got the idea, and here's the MPhil, and you achieve the Doctor of Philosophy. Actually, before, yeah, like a postgraduate, before PhD, you have MPhil, right? Master of Philosophy. That's okay. So you can do this similarly. Either you can right away do the masters, or you can halfway. Maybe if the masters is 2 years, you can go for 1 year and finish your postgraduate, and later you can complete the rest. That's up to you. Even in MPhil is PhD is the same, right? So you can maybe PhD is a 5 years program, right? Maybe, and below that you can do MPhil and complete, and later complete your thesis, right? And PhD, the special thing is you are not doing applied researches, right? You are doing a pure research, something called pure research. That is the outcome is known as a thesis most of the cases, right? Now here the final outcome in your degree is known as projects and assignments, no? And in masters it is known as a dissertation, right? And in PhD it is known as a thesis, right? So thesis is a complete new knowledge, right? You have to do your thesis. That is, we can't say it's a research. It's a research, but it's a pure research, pure research, right? You need to get existing knowledge first. That's true, but you are exploring a new field and you are trying to add new knowledge to the world, introduce something. Maybe you look for a patent later, right? Tell him that I claim for this. I am the ownership is myself, right? I own this knowledge. So that's why it's a pure research. It's a total new thing, right? So PhD, right? So yes, so and always remember the IT piece in the career portal. That's true. That's why I put it in red, right? In any of these career fields, you must in touch with IT. That is a must nowadays, right? Especially, with this pandemic, what happened, right? Because business survive because of IT, right? Otherwise, there is no way, right? Work from home, right? Everybody work from home. Who facilitate the infrastructure? The infrastructure facilitation was possible because of IT, right? Infrastructure. Zoom calls all behind infrastructure, information technology, and those automations are there, right? So therefore, you need to have your awareness, right, on IT, wherever, whatever field you are in, right? And this now, especially the digital transformation is skyrocketing and going faster. So things are going to be fully automated in the future, smart buildings, a lot of things are going to come into place. So you better to have IT knowledge, and maybe medical, maybe commerce, right? Whatever, right? Maybe in engineering, you need to have the relevant IT knowledge, right? In entrepreneurship, you need to have ERP knowledge, enterprise resource plan. What are the best ERP like SAP, right? Oracle, they have their Oracle e-business suite and their NetSuite, right? And we have IFS ERPs likewise. So many. Even in maths, we have different IT awareness tools, right? For engineering, you have specific IT knowledge is required for this automation, this CAD/CAM manual for architecting, right? A lot of things are there, right? So even for medical, right? So I don't need to tell one by one. Again, you have to get your IT piece again. That is also another research for you, right? All right. So that will make you a balance, give you a balanced career. Right. Okay. Hope we are done there. Right. Okay. So I'll stop here and I'll meet you soon in the next session. Okay. Bye bye.